Shalom. First off, I'm going to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakudash. Yahweh being the Heavenly Father's true name, Yahweh Shai being the name of His only begotten Son. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles, the great millstone who rule well and teach well. And peace, blessings, and salutations to all you walking with the four corners of the earth, continuing to push and with the works in truth and in sincerity. This is the brother Masham Mayam, one of the men here with the GMS branch out here in the morning camp, here with another quick lesson through the Spirit, and pretty much going into this is going to be another, lesson, just reassuring, that, hey, the Lord is going to feed His elect, okay? The Lord is going to feed His servants in the time to come, okay? Because like it says in Isaiah, all right, which is what we're going to start off with, right? This is Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 13, and it reads, "Therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed." Okay? All right? And that's most definitely going to come to pass, okay? We just have to stand and be faithful in these words. All right? And pretty much, this lesson is inspired basically, off of the different things that are going on, watching different lessons that brothers are doing and different points that brothers are bringing out, about, the EBT cuts and whatnot, and different reactions that these women have, and brothers made different points, and pretty much, uh, a lot of these food spots, really, really soon in the times to come, okay, or should I say these stores and these grocery stores, okay, are going to be raided, and pretty soon they're going to be emptied out, okay, you know, and that's when, like it says in Ezekiel, right, um, let's get this real quick. Let's get it in the blue letter. All right, because this is pretty much the times that we're coming in, and the Lord is putting the chess pieces in its place, for all these different prophecies to come to pass. All right. I think did it say ration or something like that? Shalak, bear with me, Baba Kusha. I'm gonna just pause real quick. I'll be back. Kind of found it. This is Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 16, and it reads, "Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment." Okay, and we can see this prophecy coming in, okay, more and more. All right, it's going to intensify more, okay, once these things are really cut, and it's a struggle for a lot of these families out here, to buy groceries and food, right? Because it's saying what? And they shall drink water. It said, well, they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment. So that's what they're gonna have to ration out a lot of the different things that they are able to get, okay, and that they make, right? Real quick, just to add on, it's a lesson I think a brother put up, and he played different videos of different women complaining, and it was it was an Edomite lady, and she mentioned, that her and her husband have to save, dinner or something like that they made, okay, for the next day, just so they can have something to eat. All right, and that's basically this right here playing out, okay, and it's gonna get a lot worse, and that's when people are gonna what? People are gonna start to like the different reactions these women gave. Okay, people are gonna start to start stealing. All right. But jumping down to verse 17, that they may want bread and water and be astonished one with another and consume away for their iniquity. Okay. So ultimately this famine is coming in, and ultimately it's all all these things are being brought in for the iniquity of the 2/3 of the nation of Israel. All right, for the wickedness that you could continue to do. Okay, constantly being as the Lord said, backsliding Israel. Okay, and it's only getting worse and worse, and as this place worsens, okay, the wickedness only gets worse. All right, and that's why the Lord, okay, is starting to throw in, you know, heavier punches, if I can say it that way. Okay, he's starting to jab a little harder, right? You know, um, but from there, let's go to and these are the things that are going to be happening to a lot of these people. Okay, but the main point of the lesson is, hey, the servants of the Lord are going to be covered. Okay, so from there, let's go to Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 3. And it reads, "The Lord will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, but he casteth away the substance of the wicked." Okay. So this is another precept that stuck out to me in the read. Okay. And another precept showing you, hey, the Lord is going to protect the righteous, okay, being his servants. All right. It said he will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish. So you're not going to, be out here famished, okay, and completely uh, 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 starving, okay? The Lord is not going to let you starve to death, okay? You know, and this is one thing we got to keep in mind too. As long as we're serving the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shah, right? And continue, to strive to do better and do what's pleasing unto the Lord each and every single day. Hey, the Lord is going to look out for us in the times to come, all right? But the other part, it says, "But he casteth away the substance of the wicked," and that's going to be a lot of these people, okay, that have been living comfortably, okay, but aren't serving the Lord, right? Hey, their substance is going to be casted away in the times to come real soon. You know, from here, let's also get the book of Job, chapter 5, and jumping down to verse 19. Con, verse 19, Job 5 and 19. "He shall deliver thee in six troubles," the Lord, right? "He shall deliver thee in six troubles, yea, in seven there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword." Okay, so in famine he's going to redeem thee from death. So the Lord is not going to, once again, like I mentioned, allow you to starve to death. All right. Now, once again, we don't know how it's going to play out, or how long. Okay, you might have to go without eating, right? But hey, we can stand on these words for sure, because it's going to happen. Okay, it's going to happen for the elect, and they're gonna the Lord will feed them. Okay, um, at the right time. You know, because like it says too. Um, let's get Sirach. Let's get Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 33. Okay. This is Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 33. "All the works of the Lord are good, and he will give every needful thing in due season." Okay. So the Lord is going to give every needful, the Lord, this is how the Lord operates and gets down. He'll give every needful thing in due season. Okay. And especially for his servants, right? The ones that have suffered for his name and stood for his name stiffly, and are continuing to do the works of the Lord. Okay. Why wouldn't the Lord feed them? Right? You know, why wouldn't the Lord come in for your aid if you have been, feeding the sheep and doing what's pleasing in his eyes, and making your body a living sacrifice for him? Right? You know, because also too, let's get the book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 9. We'll just start at verse 9. This is Matthew 7 and 9, and it reads, we'll start at 8. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be open. Or or what man is there of you, whom if his son ask bread, will give him a stone? Right? Or if he ask a fish will give him a serpent. Okay? So the Lord is asking in a parabolic way, okay, if a man, okay, has a son, and the son asks him for something, right? Why wouldn't he give it to him, right? So Lakia, let's read it again. Let's read it again. This is Matthew 7 and verse 9. Or what man is there of you, whom if his son ask bread, will give him a stone? Or if he ask a fish, will give him a serpent? Okay? So Lakia, I kind of misexplained it, but basically, the Lord will, he's going to give him exactly what he needs. Okay? A father and a son, okay, if his son is asking for milk and he needs some milk, okay, his father is going to give him what he needs, which is that milk, right? Or if he's hungry and he needs to be fed, then what? He's gonna feed him, okay? Why would he do something else when he knows he needs this, right? So it's the same thing with the Heavenly Father, you know. So jumping down to verse 11, if ye then being evil know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your Father which is in heaven give good things to them that ask him? Okay, you know, and in the times to come, it's hey, the Lord already told us, so all you have to do is pray unto the Lord and continue to call out to him, hey, and the Lord is going to provide a way. Okay, so. But that's the point of this lesson. Just once again reassuring that, hey, the Lord is going to be with his servants in the times to come. Okay, and that's something we have to stand on. Firmly. In faith. You know. But that's the point. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honor unto the elders and the apostles of great millstone who rule well and teach well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all you walking throughout the four corners of the earth, continuing to push and do the works in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.